hang on. I've got your milk. I won't be a minute.
All right.
I thought you'd be back last night. Did you have an awful journey?
Well, it was a bit late, so I stopped off on the way. Anyway, thanks for taking the milk in, Emily.
I wasn't sure what to do, but I didn't think you'd want to advertise your absence in case you decided to go straight on to your conference.
Yeah, well, good thinking, Emily, good thinking.
Would you still like me to have the key while you're away?
Right, yes.
Oh, when would be convenient?
I don't know, later, whenever it suits you.
Good party, was it?
Mum, please.
What?
Well, your voice and my head.
You don't learn, do you?
Oh, thank you very much. And you don't look yourself either. What's up? You all right?
Fraser Henderson's out.
Oh, come on. Who told you that?
He did last night, in person.
Well, he certainly looked the part.
Used to be my Uncle Rod's, this. Used to collect for the Provy. Oh, we've a long history of prudence in our family. Or, as he used to say, we've a gift for thrift of us croppers.
Well, just as well in the circumstances.
A little saving is no sin, were his maxim. He knew every street in Nelson and District. By the time he retired, he'd walked all the way to the moon. Now, can you manage on your own?
Well, it won't be the first time.
Thing is, I never put my signature to anything I haven't read and thoroughly understood.
You do right. Neither do I.
Never. Hand on heart.
Well, sometimes.
If we'd had more time, I'd have done the conveyancing myself, but you have to know what you're doing. So, regrettably, I have to rely on a solicitor. Nevertheless, I shall reread every last word before I commit pen to paper. How do I look?
Like the cat's whiskers.
Well, I'll be going now. And, I may be gone some time. Did you know they never found his left sock? Captain Oates. It's one of the great unsolved mysteries.
Enjoying your breakfast, egg all right?
Don't change the subject. I know what goes on them dues when the ale starts flowing.
Well, I won't be having any ale.
No, but Bernie Flaming Rogers will.
Bernie Rogers from Dog and Spanner. He's all mouth and trousers.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't know that, would I?
Look, why won't you believe me? I don't want to go on my own. And that Bernie Rogers, I wouldn't want to be within half a mile of him. I want to go with my husband.
Then why? Why have you made it impossible for me to go?
Well, I haven't. Look, ask Betty. Here, she's here.
Morning, Jack. Morning, Vera. Ask Betty what?
Sit down, have a cup of tea, Betty.
What do you want?
We were wondering, weren't we, whether you were doing anything Friday night.
Why do you want to know?
Well, we're a bit short-staffed and we were wondering whether you would take on the evening session.
Friday nights? I wouldn't work Friday nights for a wagon load of custard.
Yeah?
Leading to allegations of this nature.
Oh, am I interrupting something?
We're having a meeting
What kind of meeting?
for female members of staff.
Oh, that kind of meeting.
Did you not know about it?
Well,
Did Mr. Furman not tell you?
Well, actually, I've not spoken to him this morning.
Well, he's somewhere about. I saw him half an hour ago.
Did you? Oh, well, carry on.
Sexual harassment is defined as unwanted conduct of a sexual nature.
Orange squash. Right, come, you must have supped some last night. When are you off?
Tonight, Jack, if I go.
That bad?
Oh, no. Something's cropped up, that's all. Might have to change my plans.
Right. Well, if you do, will you do Friday night for us?
Yeah, I don't see why not, yeah. But like I say, I've not decided yet.
Right.
There you are. I thought you'd still be packing.
How was Steve?
The same. He said nobody knew Fraser Henderson were coming out. Didn't know a thing about it.
Oh, all the same. I think it's better if I don't go. I'll speak to my dad, eh?
No, I don't want him involved.
Oh, he won't be involved, will he? I'll just make something up. I'll tell him I'm ill or something. That's not even a lie.
Not believe that. No. The best thing you can do is just stick to your plans. The further away Jim is from here, the better.
Then, Jack. Will you in a minute?
Hey, what's all this then?
How do you mean?
Young Ashley working for Baldwin.
Well, it's up to him. I don't suppose anybody forced him.
He's doing it to get at me, isn't he?
What, Ashley?
No, Baldwin. Don't tell me it's a coincidence. All them folk down at Job Centre, and he gives a job to my lodger.
Oh, Don, don't take it out on me. I don't work for him.
You do?
Not anymore, I don't.
Oh, is that right? You had a bust up, have you? Ah, well, what's all that about then?
I don't think it's any of your business.
Jack, about Friday, mate.
Oh, right, you can do it then.
No, I can't. I'm sorry. Look, I'll see you next week, all right?
See you, Jack.
So, love.
So you knew about it?
Yes, I discussed it with her. We should have had a company policy on sexual harassment long ago. It might have prevented that unfortunate business with my nephew. So what are you exactly accusing her of?
Well, I would have thought that's obvious. She's trying to make me out like some kind of pervert.
Come on. Where'd you get that idea?
All right, she's told the girls to be on alert. She excluded me from that meeting, put those two factors together, and it's... Well, it's sexism. Men can be victims and all, you know.
I was excluded as well.
Yes, but you knew all about it, didn't you? And you're not under suspicion. It's me.
Tell me, do you object to this policy that I've asked Anne to introduce?
Of course not.
Because I'd have thought you, of all people, would have been in favour of preventing misunderstandings of that nature, given your reasons for leaving Better Buys.
I've told you I was set up.
Yes, and I believed you. Wouldn't have given you a job, would I?
Yes, but now you might believe that I was guilty after all, and that is what she wants you to believe.
I don't know what to think, but you don't make things easy for yourself, do you? Right, I've got to be in Wigan in half an hour.
Before you go...
Yes?
Just one more thing about yesterday afternoon, the girl Janice.
Not another complaint.
No, nothing like that. It's just that I think she's responsible and should be considered for promotion.
The tall girl with the Scouse accent?
Yes.
Well, I'm always open to suggestions.
Well, I wouldn't have trusted her with the keys otherwise, would I? Even though it was for the last half hour.
What was?
Well, I'm sure Anne Malone's given you chapter and verse on it.
She's never said a word. You better sit down, Mr. Watts.
Yes, I think it would be for the best, don't you? I mean, otherwise it's going to be conclusive proof to those members of staff with suspicious minds. Yeah, me too. No, of course I don't. Oh, look, there's someone at the door. Right, okay. Anyway, I'll see you when you get back. Okay, bye. Oh, Emily, I'm sorry I was on the phone.
Oh, well, I'm sorry if I was pestering you this morning.
No, not at all. I had rather a lot on my mind. Actually, this weekend didn't quite go as planned.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So it's done now, though I'm not sure whether the situation can be resolved.
Oh, well, how was Daniel?
Oh, well, he's fine. Though whether he appreciated my visit, I don't know. Still, we can hardly blame the wee bairn for that, can we, as he's now known?
Oh, dear. I'm sorry, Ken. Then you had an awful journey and had to stop in some boarding house. Anyway, don't worry about the house while you're away. What about central heating?
Oh, no, I'm not going now. It's all off.
Oh, has it been cancelled?
No, the headmistress is going on her own and going to report back.
Oh, might have done you good.
How do you mean?
Change of scenery, new faces. Where was it?
St. Anne's.
And sea air.
I'm not sure I follow your train of thought.
Deirdre unburdened herself to me before she went away. I gather you've had a parting of the ways.
Oh, I see. So she told you.
Yes.
Well, under the circumstances, I'm surprised you offered to look after the house.
I don't take sides. I count you both as friends, each in your own right.
Well, even so, heaven knows what you must think about me.
Deirdre didn't lay the blame on you, so why should I?
Oh, I see. She didn't tell you all the details then, mention what was the final straw?
Oh, no, not at all. A mutual misunderstanding, that was the impression I got.
Oh, a little more than that, I'm afraid.
So there's no hope of retrieving the situation. I'm sorry.
I honestly don't know. Might be worth one more try.
parachute jump? You've got to be balmy.
We're quite looking forward to it, actually, aren't we? Come on, a fiver each.
So, what's in it for me?
Nothing. It's for the scanner appeal.
Well, supposed to be a picture in the local rag, wouldn't it?
Oh, sure to be.
Well, suppose we get some big words on the parachutes, you know, big letters, like, you know, on each one of them, like the one saying Rovers, one saying Return. And then, if you two jump hand in hand, now there you are, that'd be worth a tenner. Of course, unless one didn't open, and then that'd be a waste of money, wouldn't it?
Well,
Like I said, what's in it for me?
oh, why does there have to be anything in it? It's for charity.
Supposing you were to work Friday night.
No, Vera's given us the night off and we're going out, I told you.
Hey, I say, I'll tell you who you could ask.
Who?
Alec Gilroy. He knows his way around. One hot pot, extra gravy.
Yeah, that's it. Sponsor
Right.
her for a parachute jump.
Oi, I heard that.
No strings attached either.
Maxine wants me to go to Tenerife with her, but it'd mean having to close the shop. Mind you, Alan fancies the Seychelles, there you go.
Who doesn't?
Exactly, but I'm not booking anything with him because I know what'll happen when I go and cancel. Anyway, it's July until you don't know what's going to happen by then. So what do you reckon I should do? Should I go on my own, or should I go with Maxine to Tenerife? Mind you, if I went to Tenerife, I wouldn't even see her. You got anything planned?
Me, oh no. Fiona, if I tell you something, will you keep it to yourself?
That's all, I'll get off.
All right, love.
I'll see you tomorrow, eh?
Hey, listen, Betty, before
Yeah?
you go, you know it's the slice and sweet do.
I'm sorry, love. I don't do evenings, especially Fridays, you know. I mean, I am getting on a bit and I do like an early night.
I know you do.
Listen, why should I do him any favours? He never does me any.
Yeah, but it'd be me that you'd be doing the favour for. Look, I've got to go, and if I go on my own, it'd be terrible.
Well, how's that?
Well, I'll be the only one there without an escort. It'd be awful.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know it was like that. I thought you weren't bothered.
Well, I was just winding him up. Of course I want him to go.
I see.
Well, it doesn't do him any harm, does it? To make him a bit jealous, keeps him on the toes a bit.
Does it? Try to remember that.
So what do you say? Will you? I'll make it up to you, money-wise.
Look, it's not the money, lovey. I don't do nights.
Oh, well, I just thought I'd ask.
I'll tell you what. I'll have a word with my Billy, see what he says. But if I do a favour to you, it's not to Jack.
Hey, and I won't breathe a word, Betty.
Right.
Make him sweat a bit longer.
Yes.
Oh, they had a great time. They didn't stop going on about it. Auntie Rita this, Uncle Alec that.
Hey, I hope they haven't got the wrong idea about us. Heaven forbid.
Oh, you spoil sport. They make lovely bridesmaids and all that.
You wash your mouth out.
Hey, evening papers in.
Yes,
that's
there
good.
we go.
Just want to see if there's any jobs, but I don't suppose there are.
Oh, Sally, excuse me.
Hey, Rita, I'll leave the money on the counter for you.
All right.
Cheers.
Hiya.
Hey, all right?
Aye. Hey, it was a good laugh yesterday. He's all right, and he might bore with when you get to know him.
Oh, you reckon you know him, do you?
He said I've got a good aptitude for the job. You know, my driving skills and that, 'cause I'm used to delivering. More fun than pies away. Sportswear, I'll say. We went all over. Bermondsey, London, Acton. It was great.
Yeah, well, I hope he paid you.
And he said there might be a bonus if I stick at it. Sky's the limit, and not just Sundays either. Be better than working for my Uncle Fred.
Hey, if I were you, I wouldn't get too carried away. Between you and me, it's a bit dodgy.
We're only taking stuff out markets wholesale.
Oh, yeah, I know what you were doing. I were doing it last Sunday, the same job. It's dodgy.
What do you mean?
I'm telling you. Sooner or later, he's gonna get caught. Just stay clear of it.
Well, you still haven't said.
I haven't even spoken to you. Just take my advice for your own good.
Well, I've told him Mum for next Sunday.
I hope he doesn't get any funny ideas. I can't make that fella out.
What kind of ideas?
Well, changing this into one of them continental cafes. There's enough of them on Precinct.
Are there?
10 different coffees. And no Ethelsteak.
I'll make a note of it.
Well, here he is. All done and dusted. Contracts will be exchanged within the week.
Well, congratulations.
And to celebrate, though it does suggest calls to Newcastle, I've been to the delicatessen.
What is it?
Would you care to join us, Mr. Sugden? It's tiramisu.
Oh, no, you wouldn't like it. Italian, taste of coffee.
Well, I'll just have a little bit to be sociable.
Don'll have some, won't you, Dom?
Somewhat.
Tiramisu. We're celebrating. Roy's my new partner in crime. He's just bought the cafe.
Well, good for you. I wish you every success.
Yeah, more success than I ever had any road. So, who's in charge then? You or him?
Well, we both are. We're partners, aren't we?
Well, I have the majority holding, technically. It's a 60-40 split, according to the documentation.
Well, strictly speaking.
But we can safely assure all our customers that it will be business as usual, won't it?
I'm glad to hear it. Is there any more of it?
It's very good of you, this.
Look, I've told him that you don't want it to go any further.
Oh, I don't. A bit of advice, that's all I want.
Look, as far as anyone's concerned, this is just us. I'm a quiet drink in the pub, so go on, fire away.
I'm all for it. I think it should be discussed.
You're missing the point.
So would you be if you were a woman.
No, it's the way she organised the meeting. Everyone knew about it apart from me.
So complain to your boss.
Do you not think I didn't? And every time I mentioned it, he seemed to take her side.
Why would he do that?
It's a long story, Sam. I can't explain.
You look a worried man, Jack. The licensed trade proving to be a bit of a disappointment. Oh, Mother Hubbard, I don't know why we keep the old bat on. She's an institution, Jack. You can't get rid of Betty. You managed it. Well, I tried. She still came back, no matter how many insults I heaped on her. But you see, fair dues, that's the only approach she understands. I should have thought you'd have known that by now.
Ah, this is the lad I was telling you about.
Oh, I've seen you in the cafe, haven't I?
Very eager is Ashley. Conscientious.
I'm not working for you again.
You what?
Sunday. I can't make it.
Well, why not?
I'm busy.
Doing what?
All sorts.
Such as?
Tidy my room.
Tidy in your room?
Amongst other things. I don't have to give me reasons. Anyway, my decision's final.
Hey, hang on a minute. You haven't been talking to Sally Webster, have you?
No, and even if he have, she hasn't said anything.
Right, that does it.
Hey, where are you going?
You stay there.
And he said he'd be in touch.
Well, yeah, that's what worries me.
Did he say anything else?
He drank a lot of champagne, but it didn't cause any bother, no?
Right, look, I'll tell you what I know. He got 18 months for fraud. Now, the only people with a grudge against him are the Inland Revenue and the Customs and Excise.
What, no one else?
No. Well, not as far as we know. There are plenty of rumours, but as far as we're concerned, he's got a wide circle of friends. He's got a reputation for being very generous. I can tell you from first-hand experience, he throws fantastic parties at his house. Look, if I were you, I really wouldn't worry. Lots of blokes, they get obsessed when they're inside. Their feelings get blown out of all proportion, but as soon as they're back out, they're back amongst the mates. They've got plenty to occupy their time. Look, if he does get back in touch with you, nobody has ever heard of him hitting anyone or anything like that. It's quite the reverse. He's a bit of a gentleman by all accounts. Is that all right, Pat?
Thanks, I'm very grateful.
Can I have a word with you?
Would you keep your voice down? I've just got the youngest one settled. What's it about?
You know darn well what all this is about. You've been talking to Ashley, haven't you?
So?
What do you mean, so? You gave me your word you wouldn't go round telling any tales.
I haven't told him anything.
Then why has he cried off Sunday? He was keen as mustard yesterday.
All right, yeah. I did give him some advice, but I didn't tell him why, not specific.
Oh, you've really got it in for me, haven't you? I don't understand you. I gave you a job, responsibility. Why are you giving me all this aggro?
You know very well. What you're doing, that's illegal. You have no right involving other people.
Do you think I'm happy doing it? I've got no choice, you have. You've got a nice little house and a husband with his own business. You've got no need to work. You can afford to be all smug and holy.
I think you should go now, Mike.
I'm going, but remember one thing. If I'd have done it your way, to the letter of the law, I'd be bankrupt by now. I'd have lost the flat, the car, the business, and those girls would be out of work. So you remember that before you go around spreading any more tales. And also remember, you were quite happy to go along when it suited you, weren't you? So don't come all innocent with me. OK?
Taxi McDonald.
Hang on, that's me. Right, I'll see you later.
See you later on.
Thanks very much. Bye.
I do. Hi. I'm looking for Billy Williams giving me seeds. Oh, look, I should have mentioned the other day. Have you got your order in for your seeds?
Oh, no, I don't think so.
Oh, well. Were you not at the last meeting? Oh, well, you've not had your form
No,
yet,
we've been
then.
very busy.
Well, look, get this form filled in straight away or you'll miss your discount. You'll be at next meeting, though.
Well, when is it?
You mean to say you don't know? You seem to be running all hot and cold, though. You were keen enough at the start.
Oh, we still are, aren't we, Derek?
Aye.
They have a very busy social life.
Oh, I happen they're too busy to keep up an allotment then. That's when you get broken into, you know, when you're not there.
You can't mount a 24-hour guard, can you?
No, but you get me point, don't you? Look, I've got a waiting list. There's folk could give their right arm for that plot of yours.
Well, when the weather improves.
If you wait for that, you'll wait all year.
Well, that's told you two.
The bitter's off, Jack.
Right, I'll see to it, look.
Is Vera about?
I'll just get her.
OK, love.
Had a postcard from Deirdre this morning. Sunset over Hackney Marshes. She's coming back tomorrow morning, isn't she?
Is that what she said?
I think so.
Right. Right.
Anyway, just this once.
Oh, thanks, Betsy. And I won't ask you again.
Right, love.
Jack, would you like to get Betty a drink?
Betty? That's not Betty.
What are you talking about?
No, it must be somebody who looks like Betty.
Oh, it's Apple.
No, because I distinctly remember Betty telling me that she never comes in here in an evening, so how can that be Betty?
No, she's on about when she's working.
Working? Doesn't know the meaning of the word.
Look, what are you talking like that for?
Because it's the only language she understands, isn't that right, Alec? Eh?
I don't have to listen to all this, you know.
But Jack, it's all fake. She's agreed to do it.
I should flaming hope so.
Well, I've changed my mind. I don't have to work here, you know, and listen to all his insults, or find somebody else.
Well, that's great, that is. You worked a right blinder.
Thanks, Alec. Any more good ideas?
Thank you for that. I think you put a mind at rest. You seem to have built him up into a right monster.
Well, he's no quiet boy.
Yeah, but he's not violent though, is he?
No, well, he's not.
What do you mean?
He might know people who are if he needed to.
Shouldn't you have said something?
Why? There's no point getting her in a twist. Besides, I've got no proof. He keeps his hands clean. If anything unsavoury happens, he's usually having dinner with the chief constable.
Right, so he is bad news then.
Yeah, but as far as I know, he doesn't personally knock women about. His wife's never made a complaint.
He's married? Alan, she doesn't know that. Why didn't you tell her?
Well, I know she said she was terrified of him, but she didn't seem to mind drinking his champagne. And like I said, he's an elusive character as Fraser Henderson. And if she decides that his advances aren't quite so unpleasant after all, well, then we'll know where he is, won't we?